I received the following email, quote, "I've been reading real love materials and participating in discussions with people who are experienced with real love for several months. And I convinced myself I was pretty smart. But just recently, I began to be more honest in describing my selfishness and my getting and protecting behaviors. And suddenly I realized just how selfish I've been my whole life. I knew I had acted like a victim, for example, but now I can see that I've been a huge victim almost every minute I've been awake. I've thought about almost no one but myself. As a result, I've been a horrible wife and mother. I've hurt my husband and my children in ways I can hardly even begin to think about. Here I was proud to think of the progress I was making, but I was just kidding myself. The truth is, I am so lost and I feel so far behind where I want to be in life. It's so discouraging that I can hardly bear the thought of even trying to move forward. How can I ever dig my way out of this pit?" End quote. 15 years ago, I was a practicing surgeon, but I was also a drug addict. I was hopelessly confused and I wanted to be dead. I admitted myself into drug treatment, and since that day my life has changed more than I can begin to describe. Had I known on the day I checked into drug rehab how far I would have to travel and how hard I would have to work to get to this point, I would probably have collapsed into a heap of complete despair. But gratefully, I didn't have to get from there to here all at once. I can see now that I was not so far behind then. I was not really so lost. I didn't have so many steps to take. The truth was, I only had to take one step, and then I had to take another step, and then another. It's really not so much more complicated than that for any of us. We don't have to worry about next year or next week, or in most cases, even tomorrow. We don't have to see down the road or over the horizon. We just need to take the next step, the step available to us today. On a few occasions, with your family and with a few other people, it can be quite beneficial for you to talk about how you have been selfish and stupid and hurtful to them and to others over long periods in the past. But then you don't have to keep going over that again and again. After a while, you can stick with telling the truth about the mistakes you're making today. That's a pretty simple step. It's really the step you need to keep repeating. You keep focusing on how you can be more honest and loving with the people around you right now. As you do that, your ability to be more loving will grow. And sometimes you'll discover more little flaws that you didn't realize you even had. Then you take another little step, and then another. And before long, after a long, steady series of these seemingly small steps, you'll find that you've moved a very long way from your starting point without being overwhelmed at any point along the journey. So relax. Enjoy the next step instead of worrying about whether you're lost or behind. Horrible word. Take in every bit of love available to you along the way and enjoy sharing what you have, because that's the whole idea of the journey, not the destination.